Good morning, Sentinels, and it's episode 38 with regard to drug-free ADHD super focus. So today, after speaking yesterday about confidence, I'm going to be talking about small steps today. And why that? Well, small steps are the things that if you'd listened a few episodes ago to something that I was talking about with a guy called Atomic Habits. It's a book from James Clear. And I do agree with him on one thing. It's a bit like the saying, all roads lead to Rome, and the first step is the one that gets you there. So that first step, that first small step that moves you towards your goals or your aims. Now, I don't so much believe in goals because I think when you actually get there, it's a bit of an anticlimax. I do believe in processes, and processes are built by small steps, the smallest that you can actually make that allows you to get it done. So something that's a dopamine hit, it's a bit like using the stuff that you have for notifications on your telephone or anything else that you have that's electronic, but for yourself. So use that small step each day to get you one step closer to where you wish to be. And it's got to be simple enough to actually be something that you will do, because if it's too big, you don't do it, it's of no use, and then you've taken no steps at all. So that's my bit of wisdom for today. I hope you enjoy it. Remember, at the end of the day, it is the small steps that do get you to Rome, or do get you to your goals, or do get you to your house, or do get you to the wealth and riches that you have in your heart or your head, wherever they may be. But they all start with one small step. It's a bit like if you're learning maths, you've got to learn to count first. Once you've learned to count, you can learn to divide, multiply, etc. And eventually you build on the things one after the other, and eventually it becomes something of substance. And that applies to the real world, especially if you're ADHD. If you're using or trying to actually build something that's with your small steps, make sure that there's triggers and those small steps, as far as they can be, are also a physical outcome. Because if they're just inside your head, then you have to track them if they're not a physical step. So make sure you've got some sort of app that you've got that allows you to track that, and you can see how much you're actually doing. Now, if that's something that you wish to progress on, if you look at something like, for example, an app that I have, which is Habit List. If you're doing about 65%, you're probably pretty good at something. 75%, you're improving. 85%, you're going to start noticing big changes. 85% and above success rate of the small steps that you've got, you'll notice real changes. And the reason that I'm actually doing that is because it's basically a feedback loop. I can see how well I've done. I can also see how badly I've done, and to see if I'm failing. And if I am failing, do I then want to break that step into smaller pieces if I am actually failing on that particular thing? Or is it something I don't actually want to do? I've made a decision. I've been thinking about it every day because I get a reminder. That's one of the things that I do have the reminders active on. It's about the only one that I do. Every other notification that I have on an electronic device is turned off. I look at things at specific times during the day. Otherwise, I don't look at them at all. So with that, that's me done for the day. I hope you have a plan. Be fun, foster wisdom wherever you see it. And all I can say is have a great good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you may be. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.